Start
if
it.
we ever end up recording an intro, then the intro would go before this.
I don't think we're ever going to record an intro. This is Tom MacDonald's Brainwashed. Or Tom MacDonald.
Tom MacDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. You're about to get a helping portion of, delusion?
I don't know if that was the lead-in, the welcome to McDonald's.
You don't like the McDonald's?
But we'll
Here's your order.
Yeah, I don't know.
One brainwashed meal.
I think that was a very surface level observation.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get him out of the way.
Okay. We're both familiar with Tom MacDonald. Is it MacDonald? I don't know.
It's Mac.
We're both familiar with Tom MacDonald. This is a song that came out 3 weeks ago, called Brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a listen.
Half the country fell asleep, but they scream woke. We're distracted by vaccines and TV shows. Politics, celebrity, gossip, popular, neat quotes. Black lives, white lives, which lives mean most? We only dedicate one day to remember our fallen soldiers, the men and women who died young. But if you come out the closet as Caitlyn
Yeah, I
Jenner,
think we could stop 1 second and just say, I think we all know there's a whole month for it. So, we can just get that out of the way right there. So, that's just wrong.
We only dedicate one day to veterans unless you also consider Memorial Day and 4th of July where we thank the troops and the whole Armed Forces
Armed Forces month
in May, yeah. I know the NFL does
a whole month.
Salute to service.
Yeah, salute to service month.
Yeah. So I think there's plenty of it. Also worth pointing out that Pride Month only really matters because people actually make it matter, because people care about it. Let's be honest.
Yeah. If there's enough people that care about something, they'll go out of their way to make a whole month or a day for it.
Yeah.
I mean, Armed Forces got it, so why can't other people have a month?
Propaganda from these clowns. Only masses gonna save us is duct tape on their mouths. Don't speak. We don't need to defund police. Need to defund the media who lies through their teeth.
Defund all of the media,
including
do it somehow.
All of it.
All those private.
Sorry, Marvel, you're being defunded.
No more movies.
He's appropriating culture. But if a white man acts too white, he's white trash. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a monster. Let's just have the
Poor white people, man.
I like how he just coordinates acting white, because I think we all have this perception of what acting white is. It's kind of just that suburban dad. He walks out in his fucking short shorts and he's like, "Hey, who wants a barbecue?"
Yeah, maybe hops on his riding mower for his
that's very
20 by 10 foot lawn. You don't need a riding mower for that.
Yeah,
but he's got it.
That's very white, but it's interesting that that's what I associate being white is. But he's just racism.
Yeah, if you say I'm white, apparently that's a
insinuating
derogatory
racism.
It's insinuating you're just white trash. I mean, it's weird. It feels that way.
Sounds like he got his feelings.
Yeah, it sounds like that might hit a little too close to home.
Not all Republicans are racist. The government wants everybody fighting with their neighbors because they know that if we get along, we'll probably go against them.
Yes. So the party system.
Yeah.
We can't unite and fight back against the government.
See, Tom MacDonald, intellectual, he's like, what if instead of following the government, what if we all just got along?
Yeah, we could all just be friends.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't need the government.
Yeah.
Because then we'd just all be homies.
Yeah. And it's not like humans just as a species are just meant to be divided. No, it's the government doing it.
But we won't let freedom die. The whole world's
Die.
Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets. The whole world's brainwashed. It's us against them, it ain't you against me. How did monkeys become people and people turned into sheep? They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left or you're black.
Hold on.
Oh, whoa.
They put fluoride in the water that's keeping us all asleep. Claim they want what's best for us, I find it hard to believe. Cause they've been selling us cigarettes since we was 18. Fake news, fake woke, distract and divide. You're either right or you're left or you're black or you're white. Big tech.
That's it. Freaking, that's it. Black and white.
Frick the Hispanic people.
Islanders. Asians.
Oh, yeah.
Filipino. I mean,
Sorry.
like, he doesn't know the difference between nationality and ethnicity, so we can just name both of them.
You're
like,
either black or you're white.
There's only two fucking sides.
What is it? Is it supposed to be, like, ironic? Is it supposed to be deep where it's like, oh, you have to either be... Is he trying to call out the hypocrisy in that? Or is he just so blind to the writing that he's just like, yep, you're either black or you're white. You gotta pick a side.
Before, I used to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe that, you know, he was being deeper on level, but then he's just like, oh, BLM is just trying to take over or something and push white people down. So then you're just like, oh, whoa, wait.
It's like the people...
What happened?
Basically, a Tom MacDonald song is just the people that are like, BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management. It's like, yeah, cool.
Okay. Wow, acronyms the same. I mean,
your pocket is a tracking device. And I don't know what I'm more sick of. Rappers or Joe Biden looking like he ate 100 Xanax for dinner.
Okay, that one I think we can just hate that for that bar.
Just
for
the
dinner.
For the flow.
For the flow. Like, the delivery on that was just...
Yeah, I think you could make a pretty dope bar out of, like, Joe Biden eating Xanax. Like, I think there's a bar there. There's some kind of bar there. But, like, eating Xanax for dinner. That ain't it.
What just happened?
That ain't it. That's some,
That was bad.
That's like some Kyle flow.
Sends a shiver down your spine.
Yeah.
You know, not a good one.
Freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the government, but you want there is a big one like it ain't.
Connected.
Freedom than foreign ballistic missiles.
Oh yeah.
Censoring the president and kicking him off Twitter is a bigger threat to freedom than foreign ballistic missiles. You don't trust the police or the
They kicked
government,
Donald
but you
Trump
want people
off Twitter,
giving
and
up
that
the
is a
right
bigger
to own
threat to our
firearms.
country
Why would
than
you be
bombs.
comfortable if police and the government the only people on the planet with the right to buy a gun? White privilege getting amplified to reinforce division. It convinces white people that they're favored by their skin, and black people getting angry because they're told they're treated different. So the conflict is between us and never with the system. Let's just have the conversation.
Okay, I think people know the system's fucked. They just also realize that we have to kind of say, hey, I'm getting fucked because I'm black. I'm getting privileged because I'm white. Like, we can say that. So what is freedom? Like, what is he saying? So freedom's dying? I don't understand. How is freedom dying? Wait a minute. We kind of just glossed over the fact that he said freedom's dying. Who's killing freedom? Literally.
Only to consume. Step 2. Infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3. Indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4. Separate the right from the left. Step 5. Separate the...
Wait. Step 5, separate the left from the right. Isn't that like the whole point?
I was gonna say that was what the country was created on.
You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
White from the black. Step 6. Separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7. Fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8. Put it on the news every night. Step 9. When people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
I googled situational design and I really couldn't find anything. So, like the 9 steps is like a thing that people like look at. They're like, oh, this is what happens when the utopia of the world, you know, they're gonna control us. They're taking away all our freedoms or whatever, or some weird thing. But like situational design isn't even like a concept, as far as I have discovered, so I don't understand that. I think he was just trying to throw that in there, you know.
Also,
sound all dope.
I will say, his girlfriend directs these. She, for someone that I'm assuming is self-taught, very good. I think the static TV thing for like brainwashing's a little overdone. Like come on, put a microchip in him. That's what we needed. We needed someone injecting a microchip into Tom MacDonald, not just him sitting in front of some...
That's the whole shot. So every shot,
yeah.
just every single shot is just in front of him. Like, look at, he's just staring into the static.
Like it's not... Like, and it would have been okay if he did like a 90s aesthetic with it, but he kind of just put it out with this, like, oh, this is modern day Brainwashed right here. Overall, pretty lazy video. Is it the worst Tom MacDonald song? Probably not. He has a lot of really bad songs. I think it's really just a pointless, empty message that is using like these big words like situational to design to trick his following into thinking that he's writing something much deeper than he is. But like, when you look at these on a surface level, they either don't really make sense, or they're just like observations, like
or they're
separating the
concepts.
left and the right. Yeah. So it's
hard to understand what he's actually pissed off at. Like,
yeah, because
like,
he's kind of vague about it.
I get
like,
he's just like, okay,
about the vaccine. Is he?
So, yeah, no. Well, they are trying to distract us with vaccine. So he's just like, it's weird because he doesn't go full in, but also it seems like he's in on everything. Like,
yeah.
Vaccines, they're controlling us. The media is always trying to control you. I think his whole thing is everyone's trying to control you.
I think if I were to guess, I don't think Tom shares the values that his audience does, and that's why he kind of keeps it a bit vague, because he wants them to be able to relate and buy his stuff and be like, oh, this guy understands me, when in reality he's kind of just saying buzzwords, just like the media he's trying to defund. So, all of the media.
Any media.
I mean, we just created media.
He's media.
He's media. Fuck it. Defund that shit.